Hello, it's Elaina Strongbow from SodaTutorials.com, Elena's main game name. And tonight I'm actually adding on a sixth part to a review that I just completed. I did a review of Shroud of the Avatar. It's a couple of months out from release, and I want to do a review of the game as I saw it. And of course, I planned it out, laid it out, published it. Actually, the fifth part was actually published today. And no sooner has I published it than some comments and some things came in that makes me want to expand it by one more video. So a couple of things I want to touch on here. Actually, let me go back. So the review, there is a playlist called a review of Shroud of the Avatar. I went through the story, the graphics, the performance, PvE, PvP, crafting, economy, social aspects, housing, the purchasing, the cost of it, the add-on store and all that, and then the overall review was 10 different chunks, and I did it across 5 parts on the videos. So I'm going to add this other piece on here, and I'll talk about why. Two things. Someone, a friend in the guild, Sean, who's the governor of our town, Crossroads, had mentioned, good information would be really good is to come back in 3 to 4 months. Come in after release, and at release. Let's just say at release. Let's kind of do a mini one and say, hey, go look back at that. Now that we're back at release here, did they actually hit any of the things that was on there, and kind of do that, and then do like 3 months or 6 months out and talk about where the game grows. We're talking about 9 months thing. So I will do that, and I will actually put those as additional parts in this list as the time comes. I think it's a good thing because I have opinions and I'd like to see this. I'm worried about that. The performance isn't all it should be, and those kind of things. So let's come back. So when they come out to release, and right around there, I'll publish something on that of how they did between now and release, and then I'll do like 3 to 6 months after release and to see where it's at. And we should get a better picture. So just to kind of build it up, it's it's basically going to add on to the existing one. The second thing was I was watching today. Arius, who's one of the Twitch streamers, he's Arius Coilmore in the game. Had been mentioned, did I see the post on the Shroud of the Avatar on the forums? And I'm like, what post? He said, no, they posted out something talking about the next episodes and things they'd like to see. So he gave me a link, and I went there and looked at it, and lo and behold, it talks about I don't want to say it's what they've committed to. It's kind of like the wish list. They originally said they called it the 2-year plan. It's just the plan. And these are things that they really want to look at, or potentially they want to look at and say, hey, this is something we should include in the game. I think it's important to see these because a lot of these kind of things touch on some of the things I talked about in the opinion piece. Now, these aren't committed. This is just a list of how this is kind of a cool thing we should go at. So don't get too excited with it. But it is out there in the forum. I'll make sure it's posted out on the notes on that as well. Let me bring that up here. And let's see, that's my Steam. You don't need to see Steam. Here it is. So, post episode 1 plan. So episode 1 is what we're working on. When it goes release, what do they want to do? And they said initial draft. Warning, it's initial draft. They say this isn't committed. But here's the problem. As soon as you put it in print and put the idea in someone's head, you may say it's not committed, but you've committed it. Because if you don't deliver it, people go, well, what about that? So I applaud this, but saying it's not committed, that's you can say that all you want. I think the community and the fan base will tell you that. Will tell you, or if you do something different, this is dangerous. But it's out there. It's public, so I'm going to talk about it. And if they've deviated, I won't. As what I think Star said, Star or Atos would say, don't lawyer me up. I won't do that. But I like this. So, beauty of being in online games, we can continue to expand it, blah, blah, blah. We can add to it. Not just in the episodic releases, but in the patches, the in-between, the monthly stuff. They're still going to be doing that. So, I think this is the part that I have. Please note, none of these are committed features. None of them even have final designs. Can you do it? Or whatever else. This is just an early draft, results from quick brainstorms, an idea we accumulated. We're not crazy busy trying to they want to accumulate it when we are not crazy busy trying to finish episode 1. So as they're getting things, they're throwing things down on a list, which is good. Episodes 2 through 5. Is that big enough? Yeah, I think it is. New land masses with new adventure areas and new towns per episode. New plus a 40-hour storyline per episode. Questings and stuff like that. New opportunities to settle player-owned towns and player-owned lots in the new land masses. So there'll be more room. Hopefully that means, housing. If there's more players, great. But as there's the opportunity to move new types of housing. I really like the idea of player-owned towns. Navigable ships, boats that can move around in water of multiple sizes. This includes boats previously marked as either decorations, example a longboat, or homes like the pirate galleons. Ship-to-ship combat, sea monsters, ocean scenes, random encounters. Cool. Make the water more than just kind of bubbling and have bubbles. Elven playable race, character creation. Start out as an elven race. Areas will love that. Flexible lot placement. So if you have I have a town-sized lot. I put a village-sized home on there. It gets stuck in the center. That's it. Well, it kind of, on a town-sized lot, I'd like to be able to put it back in the back and then maybe fit a greenhouse, or move it all the way to the front and fit a greenhouse behind it. So you can shift it around. So my house isn't just plopped in the center. I can go like this. That's pretty cool. I think that's one that's been on there. I really would like that in the housing concept. Player-owned dungeons. This one caught me off guard. Connects to the bottom floor of the basement, or perhaps a placeable dungeon entrance in a POT. I love that idea for a player-owned town, to be able to add some adventuring to the player-owned town. But, something that they can be, put in there, placeable spawners, placeable traps, so the POT owners can actually make it for people who can go in and play stuff in there. That's really cool. And for a POT owner, that really piques my interest of, man, I would love to have a POT if I could do that. That is really, really cool. Will they do it? No idea. Let's see. Wildlife scaling in town scenes. As population town rises, the amount of wildlife decreases. As population in town rises, the amount of wildlife decreases. Okay. I don't know why. I'm not sure I fully understand. Integrated Discord into game. Voice chat for party, guild, and town. Option to use Discord in game. Love it. Discord is the de facto one. I know some people use TeamSpeak or some other things. Discord is the default one. Don't care what they say. I think that's great. That'd be great. True first person with visible hands and weapons. Limited VR support. That's nice. Great. I think it's looking to the future. I'm not into VR at this point, so I really don't have much. Console controller support. Expand beyond computers to consoles, including full support for playing with a controller. Because we are using the Unity engine and we are scene-based, this is not as challenging as it might otherwise be. The biggest issue is reconfiguring the interface to work with a controller. Plans would be to expand to at least Xbox One and PS4. Notice that they didn't say Switch. I think the Switch with theirs, it may be the graphics on it, but that's great. But for good performance, that's not going to happen without performance. Map improvements. Notes on the maps. Fog of War. Friend Eric of Weird on Twitch would love that. I really want a Fog of War map. Fog of War map. Sounds good. So where you haven't been, it's basically clouded. It's not discovered. As you walk through, you'll clear out the maps on there. Character customizations. More facial features, tattoos, scars, faces, body types. Yay! Love that in Arcade. The character was able to design Arcade was fantastic. Size, shape, tattooing. I had the where they do the not the body scarring. I don't want to say scarring, but the branding. You have the raised things. She has that on her body. I think it's great. Good. Make the characters look a lot different because they're all kind of the same. Animal husbandry. An expansion of agriculture to raise animals, including chickens, pigs, cows, and sheep, and maybe more. Sweet. Companion mobile app. Companion app allows you direct interaction with a selection of game features. Vendor controls, crafting, chat maps, player trade, rent, taxes. Cool. Not needed, but cool. I can see that. Rent automatic payments. Ability to send and collect automatic payments with tenants. That's good on the rental system. Right now, it's just kind of like you have to basically send a mail to them and get a hold of them and stuff. Pack animals. Pets that are mobile containers. Mules, llamas, and camels. Llamas. Mounts. Slightly faster than running. Perhaps less strain on focus. Okay. Mounted combat. Expansion of the mount system to allow fighting while mounted. There's been a lot of not why they want to do that. So, okay, I get it. But it's not one... Yeah, it'd be nice, I guess, for the mounted combat. But I'm just not sure. That one's hopefully is like farther out the other one. Underwater swimming, yes. Be able to go underwater. There's actually maybe stuff down there. I was just in Arcade tonight with Arius, and he was fishing on his boat. I took a breather, went down. I found a sunken ship, and I found some chests. I was able to float the chest up and get stuff in it. Very cool. Here, the water's basically just, it's not really, it's actually just decoration. You want to actually think about it. You can't really go down on it or not. You can't swim at all below the water. Place items anywhere with timers and limits per use per scene. Cool. Climbable ladders, ropes, and chains with actual animations. Alright, that'd be good in the game. A little bit more than just, hitting a ladder and poof, I'm up. Place item, let's see, more POT templates. Urban, underground, mountain, port, city, floating city. Sweet. Expanded quests, more side quests. Daily quest system. Awesome. More tools to help player created quests in the game. Fantastic. Take the burden off of you guys running it. Let us do that. And you know what? They got a lot of creative people. I think that would be fantastic. That would actually be really, really cool. Once again, I think that would also be really cool for a POT owner. Dungeons for their POT, quests. That's just pretty darn cool. Customized convos for vendors, POTs. Build customized conversations for your NPCs. Okay. Expanded item container permissions. Add a lot more customized rules and permissions to containers. Only take one, only put one, only X times. Kind of like the public chest. The public chest you put out there, give and take. Mine. Didn't give any back. So, pretty cool. Guild versus guild warfare improvements. Implementation. Minimum size requirement limited just to guilds involved. Set win conditions, bets, guild warfare locations. That's cool. Companions, hirelings, mercenaries improvements. Customizable companions. Give them gear to use. Companions, hirelings in online mode. Block summons for balance purposes. Okay. LFG system. I don't know what this one is. Retro to Lunar Rift and allow opposite setting a preferred party role. Healer. Retro Lunar Rift and set preferred party role. Scene type. Blah blah blah. Play duration. Show name is color coded. Use monster rule. I'm assuming it's some type of, I don't know, set up a party gaming system. I don't get this one yet, so someone explain that one to me. That'd be great. Raid groups, parties of raids up to 8, groups of 8, all in a raid raid channel. Those in a raid can behave as they are in the same party for rules, so no damaging. So raid groups, 8 groups of 8, as opposed to a party which is just a group of 8. This would be 8 groups of 8. Okay, that's 64 rating. Performance, please. PvP improvements, or tame pet leveling. Gain a bonus on how much experience you gain while they're summoned. Lose percent experience on res. Gain bonuses to stats level based on how much experience they have. PvP improvements, level balance. PvP scenes, all players are set to the same. Max skills capped. Ransom system improvements, larger ransom options, thief system for low risk PvP casuals, duel with wager, pretty cool, siege defense scenarios for PvE and PvP, goal based, team split, kind of like I also capture the flag, that kind of thing. Temporary title system, allow players to gain titles but only for a fixed amount of time. Open up options for temp titles from being the guy who got the killing blow on a boss, winner of a tournament, getting more than X PvP kills, the amount of time. Cool. Maybe it's kind of it's cool, prestige-y kind of things. Item history and leveling. Track small category of stats per weapon. Killing blows, largest single hit, total damage. Small bonuses granted based upon achievement in various categories. That's kind of cool. If you had a weapon that you got, most of our weapons are all enchanted anyways, that they actually have. They kind of have a lineage, and they get better as they're used. Neat. I like that. That also, that's neat. I haven't thought that fully, but that's neat. New creatures. We plan to steadily add new creatures, more that can be tamed. Blows just sample. Everything: boars, drakes, hydras, doppelgangers, wendigo, yetis, lanvitir, emula, nitsukuji, door mimic. You can read them there. Combat. Rework the animation state to allow for smoother animation transitions. Weapon type versus armor type. impact cutting, piercing versus cloth leather chain plate breakdown, combos with the heat system, stacking equivalent of the heat system, expand the combo system, include at least 5 combos for each school, and combos of combos. Ooh, combos of combos. More refinement on the current resistance system, ammunition types. Sweet. I really love the fact they introduced crossbows. They gave me something other than a bow or a longbow, but the fact that we still have an arrow, not a bolt. So I think that'd be great. Or have to be able to craft it. You know, if I use iron for the tip, if I use, white iron for the tip, that'd be great. Or for changing of the feathers, whatever. UI overhaul, make sure everything's movable. It's kind of set and locked, but make sure everything's detachable. Chat is a separate windows from the game window. Oh, that'd be great. Game, chat over here. Nice. Luau scripting. Exposed set of limited functionality to Luau scripting for player add-on features. Exposed simp. I don't know what that is. I think I do understand it, but I don't know what that is. I don't know it, so take that with a grain of salt for me. Repeatable puzzle-based quests and unlocks. Mastermind-like puzzle mechanics to fix items. Complete quests. I think this kind of gets in, and I'm not a big Eve player, but I've seen Marquis do that, where he goes in and he's having to hack something to get into it. That'd be pretty cool. A lot of these ideas are coming out from outside the game, which is fine. If it's good, put it in there. Scale and difficulty due to number of elementals, difficult to acquire elements. Number of elements, difficult to acquire elements, and destructibility of elements. More POT and house decoration tools. Align to JSON lots, snap to grid, multi-select. I really like the snap to grid. Water lots, fully water-based. Water lots on docks. Toggle view all lot markers, lot boundaries. Okay. Skills, expand existing combat and magic trees. Add tier 5 and 6 options for all spell trees. Sweet. So, this isn't committed, fine. I just like the idea that it's thinking. Because I think that's part of what, we kind of say, oh, this is the game, it doesn't have this. Moan, moan, gripe, gripe, whine, whine. Once you put something out like this, yeah, this is where it's at. But let me tell you where it's going. This is where we're going. This is a journey. Here's where I'm at. Here's where I'm going to be going toward. Here's where I'm heading to. And let us develop it. Let us present that and do that. Do that through the episodic releases or the monthly releases on it. So I thought that was pretty cool. I think that's worth hearing and seeing in part of this review as I did. I think it does have an impact on it. I like where they're thinking on this. Does it hit everything on it? No, but I think it does. Anything they're talking about here doing has to affect on performance. So they've got to work on that. But they're talking about expanding it. This is a great thing. I don't know when he posted this, and I just missed it. Let's see. Do you have a date and time at the bottom here? Thursday at 11:31 a.m. So that would have been on Thursday. I had done my videos. In fact, I was just starting to post on Friday, and then today, Saturday. So, yeah. The other thing is, I think it's got like, how many right now? Let me get to the bottom of this. 13 pages of comments. As you can think, everybody's commenting on, please add this, do this. Or don't like that, that's crap, It's just fine. That's pretty cool. So I get that. So, yeah. So consider this part 6 or bonus part 1 to the review, the 5-part review. I just wanted to get this down. I was excited when I read this and they showed me that, and I just thought it was worth putting out there. I said I'm trying to give a fair review. When I said I think the game's a B or a B minus, I was honest. I think that's where it's at. But where's it going? And what are you really focusing on? And I thought this was really good and to put out there. And pluses and minuses, you put this kind of stuff out there, it gets in people's head. But I think it needed to be put out there. I'm glad they did that. Thank you. Was it Star? I believe it was Star. Let me get back here. Yes, Dark Star. So Starlong. Thank you for putting it out there and everybody else who's contributed into it. I think that's great. And I know it's not exhaustive, if there'll be more to it, but I think that I'm glad that they're thinking that. I will keep this bookmark, and as they do that, I will check things off on here and see how it goes. So that was it. If you have questions or comments, please throw them on the video. Thumbs up or thumbs down. It's Elaina Strongbow from SodaTutorials.com. At the end here, video's going to pop up. It's a previous video in the series. Should be part 5. Below that's a link to the SodaTutorials.com website, what I've been doing, what I will be doing, what I'm up to. Picture me in the fairy wings. If you're liking the content you see in the channel, please go ahead and click on that and subscribe to the channel. I'm getting close to that 1,000 sub mark, and I'm really trying to get to that, so any help would be appreciated. Take care. Have a good evening.